Hello, 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 hello. I'm so sorry. I really didn't know why this thing is like this. But thank God we won at last. We won at last. Yes. So I'm just gonna send the link. Send the link. Yes. That's the link. Okay. Right. So I just need hello. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I was able to do it right now. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna share now. Yeah, I'm just gonna share. Whew. Oh my goodness. Honestly, gosh, it was a nightmare, but thank God we made it in the end. We made it in the end. Let me just share. You guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Bola, how are you, my darling? Louisa, oh, my people, my people. Just wait, let me just share and then we carry go. All right, just share here. Share here. Okay, where else shall I share? Share here. Share here. Okay. Go here. No. Go here and share. Okay. So this one come. Let me share as well. Where are they? Oh, Bola, I'm so sorry. So let me explain to you guys here. Let me explain to you guys. He said, you guys are 9, but only Bola and Louisa said hello to me. What about other ones? Hello, say hello to me. Hello. Let me tell you, the enemy is a liar. I did everything. I tried to come live. The thing is not coming live. Tried everything. The thing, is just my number 6 that I tried other things before I'm able to, come live. Yeah. How are you, my darling? That's okay. You can come on Facebook. Then when I have to bring you in, then you will come to you. Adarize, how are you? Today is gonna be a beautiful day. Ejo for comfort, how are you? Apollonia Achab, wow, how are you? It's going to be very, very, very hot today. Reason why marriages fail, we have to tackle it. We have to tackle it. Ebele Izuchuku, how are you? Oh, say I'm pretty, mommy. I'm fine, my darling. Welcome, everybody. Please, as you have joined us, share it. Many people want to hear it. Victoria Nsini, God's power, how are you? Share. A lot of breakage in marriages. A lot of break in marriages. Our marriages, why do marriage fail? You and me, we need to talk about it. We need to bring our ideas. As we are bringing our ideas, many people that are making that mistake, they have to change. Men who are making that mistake, they have to change. We have to be very, very truthful in everything that we do today. I'm going to be bringing you guys, when it's your turn for me to bring you, you go to YouTube. I will bring you in, you will come and say your 2 cents. So let me just give me one more second. Let me share again. I'm sure that if you have shared, just tell me so that I make sure that you guys are sharing. When you share, you just tell me, Mom, I've shared, please, so that so that I'm sure that you have shared, and then we will continue. And then if you're on YouTube, you just need to um if you're on YouTube, you just need to okay, just this one. Okay. All right. Okay, just share here. Okay. Yes. All right then. Okay, let's go. So how are we? Ida Ezemodi, how are you? Ebeli Zichiku, you have shared. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And who else have shared? Other people, have you shared? Other people, have you shared? Let us share. Let us share. Let us share. A lot of people are going through things in their marriages. A lot of people, their brothers, their sisters are going through a lot of things in their marriages. Maybe one or two things, yes, of course, but like you have shared. Yeah, one or two things that we say here might heal somebody, might heal marriage, might save life. Thank you so much, my darling, for sharing. It might save life and so on. So that's why we need to, not for anything else, but at least for us to invite them. So you see, the reason why we brought this um topic is that it's a very, very broad topic. This is a topic of a lifetime. And then but the particular title, reasons why marriages fail, a lot of reasons why marriages fail. That's why I want a lot of people, because you might have known one or two things, you might have known one or two neighbors, even in your own marriage. Even if it didn't fail, God forbid, it will not fail, but there must be certain things that is happening there that you would have loved for it to change. That maybe your husband will hear it and change, or maybe your wife will hear it and change, or maybe somebody else will hear it and was like, oh, so this thing I'm doing is not really good. Latifat, good evening, my darling. How are you? Welcome, my darling. Share, share, share. Okay, so that's exactly what we are talking about. So that we will together rub mind. You will bring your own idea, other people will bring their own idea, then we will put it out there. Okay, so I will just give one or two examples, because it's not just gonna be me. This is platform for all of us. We all have to talk. Some people that cannot come on YouTube can just write, then I will read it out for people to hear. But I would love you to come. Even if you come after speaking, you can go back to Facebook. I wouldn't mind. Okay, yeah. So even if you're on YouTube, you can comment as well and just say something on YouTube. So you see, that's exactly what we're talking about. So me, to be honest with you, one of the reasons that I think that marriages fail is number one, to me, incompatibility. There are many people that got married to each other when they are not compatible. Do you get me? So what do I mean by compatibility? You just see somebody, maybe we as women, the person has money, the person is showering you with gifts and so on. Meanwhile, the person is not your type of person. You might think, anyway, this person is buoyant, he has money and so on, let me just go. It's better I go there than being with somebody who doesn't have money. But you will fail to believe that women, there is a way that our body is made. When somebody who doesn't like you, who you don't like, be touching you, you will be feeling somehow. You will be feeling somehow. There is a prank video that I watched recently. If I can find it, I will show you. A woman that reported the husband went and started living with another woman. Then everybody they were blaming the husband and everything. The husband, why? Kiruka Favor, how are you, my darling? Welcome. So share as you're coming in, share. So you see, and they were blaming the husband. Why is the husband leaving the wife to go and stay with another woman? So everybody, even me, as I was watching it, I was abusing the husband. I was like, why is the husband doing that? But in the end, when the husband was asked, the husband said, ask this woman, for how long has she allowed me to touch her? And you know that men, they don't play with that. He said that this woman doesn't allow me to touch her. What do you want me to do? I have to go and get it somewhere. And if I'm getting it somewhere, then every of my money will go to the person that I'm getting my pleasure from. Have you seen it? And the woman doesn't know what to say again. So why is that woman doing that? I believe that one of the reasons the woman is doing that is because the woman doesn't fancy the man. Because there's no way you will fancy somebody and you will like somebody and the person want to play with you and touch you, that you will not want that person to touch you. So have you seen it? So this is one of the major reasons I believe, that marriage fail. So this one is in part of the woman. Yeah. So when it comes to the part of men, because you know that men, their want is very, very insatiable. The man might, okay, I want to go to this woman. She has a handwork. She has something doing. At least, I haven't had much money as it is right now. Let us combine our money and be managing. You cannot, say that a woman's money is money as well. Then you will come and relax. The woman will be the person that will be going up and down, running and going everything for money. Then some men just sit down there, lazying about. In the end, the woman will just, if the woman sees somebody that will give her money, there is an extent the woman will be faithful, then something will happen. They will say, oh, the woman is very unfaithful. So that's the part of the man. I have a lot to say, but I want you to contribute. So if one or two of you can go to because I want it to be interactive, honestly. That's why I made this thing. I want it to be interactive. So if one or two of you can just leave and go to YouTube. I know that probably YouTube, I don't know whether it's more expensive. I don't know why you guys don't like YouTube. Maybe it's more expensive. I don't know. But if you can go to YouTube and then go on live. If you go to YouTube, then you will go, let me show you. I think some of you know about it. Yeah. Some of you know about it. So you see, this thing, I hope you will allow me to show them. How do I even show this? If you go to YouTube, you will see here live chat. If you click on live chat here, you will see where I pinned the link for you to come in. Yeah, you will see where Evergreen Living TV, I pinned the link. Once you click on that link, you will come in. You will come into the studio. You will come into the studio. Then we will. You will tell us your own. Okay. So who else is here? Yeah. So you guys can write. Some of you that are here, you can write as well. What do you think? What reasons? What do you think are the reasons that marriages fail in Nigeria, in Africa, in America, anywhere? So what are the reasons that you think that marriages fail? I want you to write. When you write, I will share it on the screen. I will share it, but meanwhile, let me just share you guys this thing. Sure. You see, yeah, Louisa, I'm just showing your comment where you're saying good evening, sunshine, and then I say hello to you. Then I will share Bola's own. Yes, sure. Yes, that's Louisa. Okay. So Adarize. Good evening, Adarize. How are you? So I'm just showing your own, Adarize. Okay. Ejiofor Comfort. Good evening, my darling. I'm just showing your own. How are you? Yeah, Apollonia Acheb. I'm showing your own. How are you? I hope you guys are seeing it. Ebele Izuchukwu. I'm showing your own comments. Yeah, good evening, pretty woman. Thank you. And Victoria Nsini, God's power. Yeah, that's your own. Hello. I hope you're okay. Ebele Izuchukwu. You said you have shared. Thank you for sharing. Ada Ezemodi, that's your own. You say good evening, dear. Good evening too. Louisa Obijiako. Yeah. Yeah. My sunshine, you have shared. Thank you so much. Okay, Latifat. Black Beauty. Latifat, good evening. How are you? Okay, Nkiru Kafevo, this is your own. How are you? Edith Former just got in. Good evening, sis. Thank you so much. Okay. So that's exactly what it is. So I know that I believe that you guys are writing, I believe that you guys are writing. So anybody want to come in? Nobody is on YouTube to come in. I don't really know why Facebook cannot allow you to come in. Honestly, I don't really know. I don't really know. Okay. So you see, a lot of things happening these days in marriages. A lot of things. Let me tell you another thing. Why you are writing your own. Ngozi Orano, how are you? Yes. Good evening. How are you? Okay, I'm just gonna show your write up here. Okay. Vera Oji, how are you? Are you okay? Welcome, my darling. Okay, these are my people. Oh, so now, like I was saying, the reason why we are here is for us to rub mind together. I believe that majority of you here are married. Even some people that are not married, you will still get married. Even if you people that are married, you have sisters, you have brothers, and so on that are married as well. So, why are we here? We are here to discuss the reasons why marriages fail. So, you know that when some sickness is diagnosed, then you know that you have a cure already. When you know something that is wrong with you, already you know the cure of that, condition. So that's exactly what we are doing. We are trying to help our generation. We are trying to help people who are coming up to know that marriage is worth it. I know a few friends of mine that their children say, you know what, mom, that they are not gonna marry. Girls, why would they not marry? They say that because of how their dad treated their mom. Then you see some men that say that they are not going to marry, that all women are bad. Look at what their mom is doing to their dad. So all these things are there. So reason why we have come is for us to change the narrative. Chidimma Okezie, good evening, mom. Hope you're doing great, ma. I'm doing great, my darling. I'm just going to show you this thing. Yeah. Welcome, my darling. Yes. So it did say nice topic. I'm very happy you guys like the topic. So you see, so when we talk about mistakes that people make, mistakes that women make, mistakes that men make, the reason why I brought all of you is because, one person doesn't know it all. Something that you say will help somebody. Something that you say will help somebody. So now, these people that are saying, oh, they don't want to marry because they're okay. Louisa says something. Louisa said the reasons are lack of openness, no love, truth, trust, no communication, no commitment, no tolerance, no listening to each other. Very good. I believe you. You see, no openness is very, very important. No openness is very, very important. Okay? So, but let me tell you something about this openness right now. Something about this openness. I know somebody, this person works. This person works, and then, after work, the husband will take all the money. Take all the money that the lady, got. And as a result of that, the lady started hiding some of her money because of the way that the husband takes all the money. And I know somebody as well that is a woman. Once the husband gets any money, that's when the wife knows that she will buy this, she will buy that, she will send this to her people, she will do this and do that. As a result of that, when the husband gets contracts or gets money, the husband will not tell her. Because of what? The husband knows that once the wife knows about it, that the money will finish. So sometimes there are certain reasons is because of our character and our attitude that make our partner or our husband or our wife to behave in certain ways. But marriage without openness is still very, very bad. It's a time bomb. It's a time bomb. So the advice there is that if you're a man, you need to man up. There are a lot of men that they just look at their wife's money. Do you get me? Apart from the women that have a lot of money, your wife money is for snacks. Apart you that only if your wife is doing a lot of Bola, I can see your own. I will get to it. You say that, Mom, I want to know why some men become lazy in financial pursuit. I will talk to you about it. Yes, I will talk to you about it. You get me? So let me treat this one. So you see, that openness is very, very important, because when you are open, then nobody will suspect each other. Nobody will suspect each other. No love. I believe that. And I said it earlier on. There are some infatuations that people think that it is love. You know what we do now? When you see somebody, you see that person is good looking, blah, blah, blah. But that is not love, or whatever you're feeling. That might not be love. That might just be your body telling you something. Infatuation is when you know love is maybe when you marry your husband or you marry your wife. And then you think about, if this person is disabled in my hand, assuming this person doesn't have one eye, will I still feel the same? Will I still love him? What's that? Will I still love him, or will I still love her? Do you get me? So all these things you need to think about before you make a decision. Before you make a decision. So lack of love, yes. After all, why would you do anything for somebody you don't love? It doesn't make sense, because you don't even feel it. Then truth and trust. We really need to be truthful. We really need to be truthful. In most cases, when marriage is kind of playing up and the man is doing his own thing, the woman is doing her own thing, that is where lies come. This person will go out and stay and stay and stay. Then you call, oh, I am with my friend, or meanwhile the person is somewhere drinking. That is not a good attitude. All these things are the things that lead to break up of marriage. Everybody, instead of loving your husband or liking your husband, then you will start developing very horrible feelings towards your husband, and that's it. Communication is very, very important. Communication is very, very important. A lot of people have lost their life because of lack of communication. I think it's the same thing back home as well. We call it silent treatment. You see your husband do one or two things, you don't understand what he did, you didn't want to ask him, you assume that he knows that you know that he did it, then you start carrying face. And there are some men that can carry face for Africa. I'm telling you. It's not all men that you will be carrying face, they will come. So you need to know whom you're living with. You just be carrying face like that, and that person will just carry the face. And then the thing will be stretching and stretching and stretching. From very little thing, it will stretch to very, very terrible thing that you can't even, you will not be able to amend it. So communication, I think, Louisa, very, very good. Communication is very, very important. So go to your husband or go to your wife. What is going on? Why is your face like this? Or why do you take such a decision? Remember that your tonal voice and so on, you need to consider it. You are the one who married this your husband. You are the one who married this your wife. You know how to approach your husband, or you know how to approach your wife. There are some people that don't like, your tonal voice to be high and so on. So you know how to ask. Okay, so that's communication. So, and another thing that I know that some bullies, some men or some women, but it's more, I don't know, because many people I counsel are women. Sometimes men, they don't talk about whatever that is happening to them. But many people that I have counseled in the past, they are women. What they will tell you is that their husbands say that anything they say in the house, whether they are dying or not, that the woman must not tell anybody, and himself, he will not tell anybody. And this type of thing, sometimes you see a woman being killed because of that rule, that the man doesn't want them to tell anybody. When you see a bully and a man who is very wicked, most of the time they say that. So it's up to you to know when to open up. But don't go, and then you can even go and tell the relative of the man, or the man can go and tell the relative of the woman. If you know that if you tell your relative, then they will say, oh, let the marriage scatter. But communication is very, very good between the husband and wife. Or if the husband cannot hear or the wife cannot hear, you can tell somebody. You can tell somebody that you know that the wife or husband will listen to. So very, very key points. Very, very key points. The reason why marriages break: lack of communication. Very, very important. So Louisa, you said no commitment. Exactly. Do you know where this commitment is? We women. I'm not gonna be biased. Amarachi Gloria, welcome. How are you? I'm not gonna be biased. You get me? So I just have to show Louisa Obijako this thing. Yeah. So you see, so this commitment, in most cases, most women, I'm not saying everybody, most women think that their money is their money and their husband's money is our money. Thereby, they are not committed. You get me? You will see some women, their husband is dying, trying to make ends meet, trying to bring money, but that woman might have a lot of money, stored it somewhere. That's why many men, they die early. And we really need to help out. So that commitment that you need to take this home as your home, you need to know that this home is your house, is your home, that you have to build it. Maybe your husband used to have money and so on, and then one thing or the other happened and the money is no longer there. If you have, you need to help. That is commitment. That is commitment, in marriage. So it's very, very important. No tolerance. Just like I don't know, I think we talked about it last week when one of the professionals came in to talk about women. Now we are so touchy, as in so touchy that very little thing we call abuse, we cry foul. Abuse, that even men can no longer behave like men. Men are meant to behave like lions, and that's how our men are known for. Though lion doesn't eat their own. You get me? So it's not when your man raises their voice and so on, you will cry foul. Oh, this, that. So that's one of the example. Tolerance. You need to tolerate each other. I will just make you laugh right now. When you are still seeing your husband, when you are still, dating, when you want to kind of fart or mess, you will just go and hide and so on and so forth. But when you get married, what are you hiding again? You see certain things, you have seen me, I have seen you, and so on. So certain things you have to tolerate, So you have to tolerate, you have to listen to each other. Most of these things are the reasons. Are with Bona? Okay, do you want to connect? If you want to connect, if you want to come into the studio, I don't know, you say I connect. If you want to come into the studio, I want you to go to YouTube, go to Evergreen Living TV, because I want somebody to come and help me here. I want somebody to come and help me to come and talk. You get me? So go to Evergreen Living TV on YouTube, so that you go on the live chat, click on the link to come in, so that you will talk as well. It's not good that only mommy is talking. Okay. So that's it. So Bola said, Mom, I want to know why some men become lazy in financial pursuits. Yes. Edith Ifoma, you say hide. No, I didn't say hide though. Edith Ifoma, no. You see, I'm just showing your this thing. Maybe I just it's what I'm seeing here. You get me? It's what I'm seeing here. I'm not saying that you hide, yeah. It's what I'm seeing here. So don't worry. Everything is okay. Okay. Okay, I'll wait, Bona. Thank you so much. So you see, Bola said, Amarachi Gloria, have I greeted you? Good evening. How are you? So, right. So, Bola said, Mom, I want to know why some men became lazy in financial pursuits. All right. That's one of the major reasons. That's one of the major reasons. One of the major reasons that marriages fail is when a man is not taking responsibility, especially financial responsibility in the family. The woman is your helpmate. The woman came to help you. So, as the woman came to help you, you have to take the lead in providing for your family. Men, this is just for you. You have to take the lead in providing for your family. Very, very important. Now, they will say, oh, there is no job. Oh, there is no this. There is, if you are a survivor and want to survive, there is nothing you cannot do to put food on the table for your children. You get me? He did say that she can no longer hide while farting. Exactly, my darling. Okay, I didn't know that was the thing. You know, the thing came, so it came later. So you see, as a man, and as a I don't want to say as an African man, but as a man, you need to know that you are responsible for your family. It doesn't really matter what it is. You need to go out there and do something. Many people will say, oh, that there is no job, oh, that there is no this, oh, that there is no that. Like, for example, when you see, some girls that will say, oh, the reason why they're doing hookup and this and that is because there is no job. If you want a job, you will still do a job. But some people will say, oh, this job is not befitting of me. This job is too dirty for me. This job is not good for me. And in so doing, the person will just sit down. Yeah, the person will just sit down and doing nothing because the person is still like, this job is not good for me. This job is not good for me. So men, you really need to take responsibility. I see many of them beat their wife, and their wife is cheating. No, of course, cheating is not good. It's very, very bad. But you need to take responsibility to make sure that the major thing that your wife and your children need, that you provide it. The major thing that you and your children need, that you provide it. And number one, that's how you will earn respect. If your wife is the one that goes out there, works, brings in money, and you still expect that woman to come home and respect you, it's very rare. I might respect, but other people might not. It's very, very rare. So you don't tell me that, oh, there is no job there. If you want a bigger job, if you can't find it, go for a smaller one. Go and start small trading. Go and there must be something for you to do in order to put food on the table for your wife and your children. So one of the major reasons why marriages fail is lack of provision from men. Take it to the bank. It is very true. It is very true. Women are known to be dependent. Women are known as people that are being cared for. So if you do not care for them, somebody else might. Not saying it's good, but I am just trying to make sense here. You get me? But another thing I want to say for women, if your man is a very hardworking man, if your man works so hard and you know that, look, he is trying and nothing is coming out of it, and you see him every morning, he goes out trying to make ends meet and so on, and you know that, listen, this man is trying, you have to encourage him by probably trying to, add your own water and so on and so forth. Okay? But if he's not like that, then you have to. I remember a friend of mine, because I hear a lot of things. I have a lot of friends. I hear a lot of things. Even people who are not my friend, that knows me one way or the other. I hear a lot of things all the time. So this lady, this lady, the husband is an Uber man. Yeah, the husband drives this Uber vehicle, but the husband is so lazy, as in so lazy, that during the time in the morning, during the school run, during the rush hour, that that is exactly when business will be there. That's when business will be flourishing. This man will be sleeping in the house. Yeah, this man will be sleeping in the house. And then, after that, you probably wake up maybe 11 or so, and lazily we just go and, take the Uber and go out. According to my friend, when he drives for 1 hour, he comes back home. That look, there is no passenger on the road. So you just come back home. And the reason why the wife came to tell me this thing was, every blessed time this man wants to have sex. Every blessed time, that's the man wants to have sex. And then the woman, it Dim Joy Okoro, welcome, my darling. How are you? Happy new month. So because this man is not meeting up to expectation, because this man is not taking care of his family, the wife started looking down on him, and the wife started feeling kind of, the man is repelling the wife. The wife doesn't want to have anything to do with this man, because the man is not meeting up to his responsibility. The man is so lazy. All he does in the house is want to climb the wife. So the wife now started resenting the husband, doesn't want the husband to touch her. Then the husband started beating her. So that was when the case came to me. So when the wife said this, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say, because if I were in her position, I wouldn't want a man that doesn't provide like that. Where is the happiness? Where is the happiness? How will you get aroused? Where is the happiness for you to start doing that? When you know that this man, there is somewhere that where is it that some men, even if their wives are free for sex with them, they must go out to cheat? I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. So you see, so that's exactly why why some women do all those cheating things. You get me? That's why some women do all those cheating things. You see? So, men, you really need to live up to your expectation. If you're working hard, your woman will know. If you're working hard, your wife will know. If you're trying, your wife will know. You get me? So that's exactly, that one. Some men are so lazy. And again, this woman, the same woman, because the woman works, the same woman, when the month ends, the man will be saying, the money that you're bringing is no longer enough. You have to top up money and so on, so that we will pay rent, we will do this, we will do that. Meanwhile, somewhere that you're supposed to go and get money, you will not get money. Your eyes will be on a woman's money. When a man starts behaving like that, the woman will lose respect for that man. Your woman is supposed to be contributing. Do you get me? I know that men will listen to this. I'm gonna tell women off if they do their own as well. So men, you need to live up to your expectation. You need to take the bull by the horn as the man of the house by providing for your family. When you provide for your family, 80% of your wife's problem is solved. Let me put it like that. Okay, right. So Louisa Obijaku, Louisa said, let me just show it. Few people can read it. Louisa said, why is it that some men, even if their wives are free for sex with them, they must go out to cheat? Mm. Okay. Oh. Anybody want to it is Yobi Judith. Good evening, my darling. How are you? Anybody want to contribute in this? So what I know, number one, let me put my hand up to say that it is not all men that cheat. Yes. Even if there are only 10% that doesn't cheat, that don't cheat, that's still a good percentage. But it's not all men that cheat. That's one. Then number two, when we were growing up, our parents, they used to talk to us and so on and so forth. They said that men are polygamous animals. You know that men are polygamous animals, that they cannot stay with one woman. That is not an excuse for them anyway. Then you will come, they will start quoting the Bible and they will start quoting the Quran, and they will tell you, how many wives this person in the Bible have, how many wives this person in the Bible have, and so on and so forth. That they are, they don't want to adapt to our current situation. As a result of that, they want to go out. But number one thing is that when a man loves his wife and values their relationship, Glory from Abba. Glory, Madawu. Hello, how are you? Glory from Abba. Happy new month. Thank you so much. The program is gonna grow. It's gonna grow because we really need to talk about it. Thank you for that compliment. I appreciate. Yeah. Hi from Guyana, watching you. Oh, Determine Claxton. Hello, my darling. How are you? My beautiful darling from Guyana. God bless you. Okay. So you see, that's exactly what I'm saying. So they will quote you and say, oh, the people in the Bible that look at how many wives that they married and so on and so forth. But like I was saying, for a man who loves his wife, for a man who values his family, some of them, Choma Judith is on. How are you, Choma? Are you okay? Choma is on YouTube. Choma, can we talk to you? Can you click the live chat? When you click the live chat, you will see the link so that you come in. I've been begging somebody to come in so that somebody will just say something. But if you're not okay with it, that's okay, because only you is on YouTube. Other people are on Facebook. Yeah. Anyway, so you see, so a man who values the family, a man who loves the family, even if that man is cheating, the wife will not know. Even if the man is doing anything, the wife will not know. I'm not saying that they should do it, but something that you don't know will not kill you. Something that you don't know will not kill you. So, because your question is like, no matter, even though that their wife, why is it that some men, even if their wives are free for sex with them, they must go out to cheat? So now I don't know whether they will starve their wife of sex and go outside to cheat, or they will still sleep with their wife and go outside to cheat. But whatever it is very, very wrong. But let me tell you, men, it doesn't really matter how you tell them or whatever you tell them. I believe that it is in their nature. I believe that it is in their nature. So saying the truth here, not supporting it. But when you look at it, that a man can marry 2 or 3 wives and then be able to maintain them, but a woman cannot. But the only thing that men need to know is that when you start going from one woman to the other, remember, Solomon, every woman is coming with their own God. Every woman is coming with their own God. Every woman you sleep with is a covenant. You might say, okay, let me just go and do it once and come out. When you go and do, you don't know the spirit that is, behind that woman. And then you might ruin your family, because the woman will start wanting more. The woman will start wanting more. And then you're exposing your wife to danger. The number one, your wife doesn't know that woman, but the woman might know your wife, and the woman might hurt your wife without you knowing it, and you don't want to hurt your wife. You get me? You don't want to hurt your wife. So, to be honest with you, I really don't know the answer to it, but they do it. In the days when I asked my mom, then, because my granddad married 5 wives. Yeah. So I was asking my mom then, say, how do they go around to these wives? How do they do it? So they say that the reason why they marry them is that maybe if this one is having her monthly period, then the other one is free. If this one is free, and so I say, aha. So that's just the reason why they cannot wait for the period to go, and so on and so forth. And again, in those days that they don't have contraceptive, and they don't have contraceptive. So as a result of that, they only go to their wives when they want the wife to be pregnant. So if they want the wife to be pregnant, that's the only time they go to the wife. So if the wife is not going to be pregnant, they believe that if they sleep with the wife will get pregnant. So they need another woman to be going to that woman, and so on. But it's not like that these days, because we have condom, we have contraception, we have all those things. But still, men will be men, you know. So, but all we are telling men is stop spoiling your marriage, stop spoiling your family. Because when you look at children that we are bringing up right now, many children resent their fathers. I'm telling you the truth. Many children resent their fathers. Many children hate their fathers. Why? Because of what they saw their father do to their mother. You know, I saw one online. A girl, I think it's in London here. The girl went to a pharmacy. The pharmacist happens to be dating her father. So her mother cried to her now. So, children of nowadays, the girl went to meet the girlfriend of the father and start like, you're going out with my father, you're trying to break my mother's marriage, and so on. And the woman called the police, but the girl didn't want to go. The girl didn't want to budge. The girl keep talking. You see? So you man might just want to go for once, but you don't know that the woman wants you for keep. Yeah. So that's another thing. So we women, will advise us. There are some women that most of the time, all we will do is just to go and be checking our husband's phone to know when he's cheating, to know this and that. What you don't know will not kill you. What you don't know will not kill you. You get me? So there are certain things that gives us high blood pressure. Unless you have the reason to suspect your husband is not bringing money home, is not touching you, is not doing his duties, and so on and so forth, then you might have the cause to start checking one thing or the other. Okay? Yeah. So that's exactly, what it is. Now, when it comes to women, our women, most of the time, we really need. Okay, so another question. There is this man I know. He can cheat for Africa, but he doesn't use his family to play. He makes sure he provides everything his family needed. What about that one man? You've answered it all. You've answered it all. If this man loves his family, he doesn't play with his family, but he can cheat for Africa. One thing that I don't know whether he does it for the wife to know. If he doesn't respect his wife and he's doing it and his wife knows, then he's a very terrible man. But if he respects the wife and probably hides whatever he's doing, then you can see that it is absolutely a habit that he doesn't know what to do with it. Such a person, what do you tell the person? Such a person, what do you tell the person? So I know in the university days then, there was a friend of mine I know. So another friend of mine said that my friend's husband saw them in the club. So my friend's husband wanted to go home with one of those, with one of those ones. So immediately those ones say that, oh, I know your wife in the university. The man didn't want to do anything with them again. He said, I don't know you. You don't know me. You haven't seen me. I haven't seen you. I don't want my wife to. That is, the man ran 1 million miles away from them because of the love that he has for the wife and because of the respect he has for the wife. He doesn't want the wife to know anything. He doesn't want the wife to kind of feel that he is cheating on her. So, some of them, they have friends that will make them to do that and so on, but they still love their wife and they still respect their wives. So when a wife has a husband who does that, then you will still go and be looking. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? If your husband is doing everything, I'm not saying it's good though, but I'm just telling you what, because of peace of mind, because of your peace. If your husband is there looking after you and doing everything, blessing Ine, how are you? Welcome. And doing everything that he's supposed to do, if you don't know that he's cheating, he will not kill you. He will not kill you. But most of the time, like we talked about, communication. When you're communicating, you can be bringing in some scenarios of people who cheat and come in and bring diseases to their wife and so on. You can just do that. And let me answer you as well, the other side. What about women that their husband give everything and they still cheat? That's what you see all over the social media now. When you see the prank and everything, you will see this man will be crying and say, but I provided everything for my wife. I have seen one of them that went to see went on hookup with a 4-month-old child. The child is 4 months, and this girl carried the child to go and meet a man in a hotel for 20,000 naira in naira money. 20,000 naira should be maybe $20. Have you seen it? So it's not only men. Our women cheat for Africa as well, and we need to stop. We need to look at it. Because of what? Most of the reason why marriages break. Good evening, my darling. Madam Erechoma, how are you? So one of the problems that marriages break as well is that we don't live according to our means. You will know that your husband is a civil servant. Your husband only brings so and so amount of money, and you have children that you're taking care of and so on. But you will want to wear wig of 500,000. You will want to wear wig of 250,000. You will want to wear wig of 100,000. And what do you want your husband to do? Your husband only gets how much amount of money is for food, is for children, is for all these things. And when we start looking at people like that, that's when you see women sleeping around, doing a lot of things, and they are married women. So all these things, it's not only men, but many women will contribute to that as well. We contribute to that as well. Let us cut our coat according to our size. It's not everything that glitters is gold. Whatever you have, you can just make do of it. Do you get me? You can just make do of it. So because, and again, another thing that contributes to marriage failure is you will start go to your husband's friend, and then you will be reporting your husband to his friend. You see, look at what you're doing for your wife. But my husband can't even buy me this. Look at what you're doing for your wife. My husband can't even do this. That man has seen you as being vulnerable. The man has seen you as somebody that if I give her a small thing, then she will follow me. And then what will they do? Because I don't want to say a bad word about men, because my father is a man and I have male children. But some of them are predators. So once they see that, look, it's like this girl, it's like the marriage is not very strong. He will just buy something and give you. Once he give that person, that's it. Can I see you? because he knows that you're complaining about your husband. He knows that you're complaining about your husband. So women, we are the gum that hold marriage together. For our children's sake, a lot of children are destroyed. A lot of children are broken because of a lot of things that is happening to marriage and relationship. Okay, determine Claxton. Okay, I believe women born with natural spirit. She knows when things going wrong or right. Okay, let's just put it and then read it. I believe women born with natural spirit. She knows when things going wrong or right in the physical and spiritual life too. And when men married, they for couple of days after, they end up treating her like his sister or his mom. Yes. You see, yeah, that's what we talked about, especially when choosing a partner. You are right, my darling. You are very right. Yes. Latifat said you are making a point. Thank you so very much, my darling. Edith Ifi, let's read your own. Edith Ifi said, Ifeoma said, mommies and daddies should be confident to cut their clothes according to their size. Don't discuss your husband's financial status with pain to their friend. Very good. That's the thing, you know. So that's exactly what it is. We should not race with other women. Thank you. That's why I want us to come together all the time to talk about this. It will help us. It's not when you see somebody that the wig is touching the bum, yeah, you will say, oh, I want this, oh, I want that. Every family is very unique. Every family is very peculiar. Every family is very peculiar. So if your husband doesn't buy as he should buy, maybe he's saving money for later days. What did you say? I know Kukuma, they discuss my marriage. I know they Kukuma discuss my marriage with anybody as far as there is no abuse, both physically and emotional. Very good. So long as there is no abuse. Do you get me? Yeah. So long as there is no abuse. And even that abuse, you should know your husband and know when your husband is really hurting you. Or you should know your wife and know exactly when your wife is really hurting you, when your life is in danger. Do you get me? It's when your life is in danger and then you see, oh, like we said last week, if I stay here, I don't know what will become of me. Oh. You have done everything. You have tried to make your husband understand. You've tried to make your wife understand. You've done everything that you could. You probably confide in your mom or you confide in your mother-in-law if your mother-in-law, will understand. You just do that. After doing it and then you see, oh, that the thing is still happening, then you can talk to somebody because you will not stay there and die. No. You will not. You get me? So the reason why I am saying more of our women, saying more, is that what we are seeing now, no. That is not marriage. That is not marriage. So people need to be ready in order to get into marriage. It's not a must. Do you get me? Yeah? And then what is happening right now, I hope that none of us here is going through all this. Let me go and prank my husband. Let me go and prank my wife. Let me go and prank. That thing is not good. All those things, it has destroyed a lot of marriages. It has destroyed a lot of marriages. But there are few among them that I will say, well, though if I'm the person, I cannot make my this thing public like that, but they might have done well because their husband left them and went and lived with a woman and so on. Okay? So women, another thing I want you guys to know and bear in mind is that men don't play with like they want to make love to you. Yeah? Yeah. So men don't play that they want to make love to you. They want an intimacy with you. And you every time you say no. Every time you say no. Every time you say no. What do you want them to do? They are like, I don't want to use a bad word. They will start looking outside. Yeah, Louisa, what did you say? Let's show Louisa. Married women should not be moving from one family to another to get that information. Thank you. That's talebearer. You know, that's talebearer. It's very, very wrong. Okay, so let's see what Bola said. But mom, something, if you did talk, you may die in silence. Now, did you remember what I said, sweetheart? I said, yeah, that when you have already, when you have already explored all the avenue, it's you that own your husband. It's you that own your wife. You know exactly how your husband operates. I told you about the person that is telling the wife, if you ever tell, even his mother, he told the wife, don't you ever talk to my mother about any problem that we are having. He told the wife, even my sisters, even your own sisters, anything that is happening, let us solve it here, and so on. That was exactly what this man told the wife. But this man was a sadist. He was dealing with the wife, dealing with the wife, dealing with the wife. It's when the wife became depressed that a few friends rescued this woman. A few friends rescued her. So, my dear, by all means, instead of you to die in silence, please talk to somebody. But make sure that you're talking to a reliable person. There are some people that you will talk to, they will even be laughing at you in their mind. You will think, but they will be laughing at you in their mind. So you really, really need to use your head to know who to talk to. If your husband's mother is a good person, you go and talk to the mother. If the father is a good person, I will say go and talk to the father. It's even better you talk to your in-laws if they are good than talking to your mom, because if you talk to your mom will be so emotional. Yeah, but if they are not good, then by all means. But if your mom is a rational person that knows that, look, I have to be in the middle to be able to know when my son does something or when my daughter does something, then you by all means say. You might have a sister that you're close to, you might have a brother that you're close to. By all means, you need to talk to somebody, because if you don't, somebody can go mental. You get me? So very, very, very important. So for us to recap, if you still have some suggestion, please by all means for us to recap. I want us to learn, like, people around us, our children, as we are bringing children up right now. As you're bringing your children up, if you have male children, begin right now to train them on responsibility, no matter the age they are. Begin right now to train them on responsibility. Yeah, it's not everything. Once they open their mouth, you provide it. Once they open their mouth, you provide it, and so on. You need to make them. Sometimes you will tell them, okay. Sometimes you will tell them, for you to end this sweet, you need to go and wash plate. For you to end this, you need to go and do this, so that they will know. So that they will know that you have to work to get something. So the time I said some people need be cancelled before marriage, because people married for society, not for love. This is one of our problem. Very good. Very good. And that's why we are here. Because I've thought about this and I say, no, we need to start changing narratives. I know that we are still very few, but I know that very soon people will still be coming. We need to change narrative. These examples that you're giving now, you don't know somebody that will read it and then we run with it and they will help that person. Do you get me? So people, you will see now, people will say, yeah, you see some people that they will say, oh, I'm not going to marry this person. Oh. And then this thing that they're doing now, when they see something done in the Western world, they don't know that we are not like that. When they do the engagement, you will see some people carry army people. They are doing engagement. They will just do something and then the person will be shaking. And so all those things are rubbish. All those things are rubbish. Another thing I want us as well to begin to inculcate in our children or in our world, in people that are around us. People spend a lot of money to get married. People spend a lot of money to do certain society things that after that they won't have money to eat. In the Western world, you all know that they do only one wedding. It's either they do church wedding or they do court wedding. One of these things. But in Africa, especially with Nigeria, they will do traditional marriage, they will do court marriage, they will do church marriage. All these things is money. And after doing that, yeah, during the when the child is born, during ceremony, they will call everybody. All these things is money. And if they don't do it, they believe that they don't belong in the society. That's exactly what Determine said now. Is it right for a woman to slap her husband? My darling, this your question, eh? I think this question is the best question here. My people, I want you to answer this question, oh, because it's becoming common right now. Louisa Bijaku said, is it right for a woman to slap her husband out of anger? I want you to answer this thing for me, oh, please. Just write one thing or the other. Either yes or no, yes or no. Quick, 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 quick. Can you answer this? Is it right for a woman to slap a man out of anger? My dear, my own answer is capital no. My own answer is capital okay. Bola said no. Capital no. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you slap your husband? Slap a man. Even if the person is not your husband, how dare you slap a man? Latifat says it's not right. How dare you? Did you people see these days, when you see even all this prank and so on, you see women slapping men like that. You see women slapping men. But when a man slap, they will say it's abuse. It is absolutely nothing will make you. My mother told me, say that if a woman behaves like a man will behave like a wild animal. You know how a wild animal behaves. A woman is a woman. A woman is a woman. Out of anger for what? What kind of anger? For no reason. You don't have to write. Hey, that's what Latifa said. For no reason. What if you slap that man and that man, something that make him a man inside his, then the man will just take something and finish that person off. There is no two lives. I'm not encouraging any man to slap their wife, but it's a sacrilege for a wife to slap the husband. I'm happy that we are discussing this thing. I'm very happy we are discussing it. You that is a woman, you are watching Hollywood film, you are watching Netflix, you are watching social media, you are watching all those things, and your husband will do one thing and you will slap your husband. How dare you? How dare you slap your husband? It is not done. It's wrong. I'm not encouraging men to slap their wife, but it's a sacrilege for a wife to slap the husband. It is very, very wrong. Number one, you can't even fight that your husband, but you slap. Then when your husband beats you, you will say, oh, he beat me, he's abusing me, but you with your hand slap your husband. So please, we really need to look into it. I thank you so much, Louisa, for bringing this thing. That's why when we are many, everybody will be contributing. I wouldn't have remembered this, and it's been giving me stress when I see them slapping men like that. Do you know that, your man is your crown? When, your man, I don't know how to explain it. Your man is, when you see your man, you see a hero. Then when you are able to slap your man, and your man is just like that, then you have deflated that his heroism, and he became like a woman. How will you respect him? How will you respect him? A man that you slap. If another man look for your trouble on the road, and then this your man did not react, why should you be offended, or why should you be annoyed that because he has become a woman, because you beat him? Because you beat him. And kudos to men who their wives slap, or who women slap, and they bear it and they didn't do anything. Honestly, kudos to them. To me, I don't know if I can do it. You get me? So, my darlings, it is very, very wrong. If you have a friend, if you have a no, even if you catch that man with a woman, I'm not saying it's very good, but for you to slap, you know that man can beat you. You know he can beat you. What if you slap and something removed from his head and he will just end it up like that? It's very disrespectful. Slapping your husband is like slapping your father, because your husband became your father when you married him. You get me? So, husband as well, I know that sometimes you guys can be a pain, but it's really not good for a woman to slap a man. You know? So, thank you so much for raising that. We're still gonna talk. Okay, the Tama is saying something else. Okay, I'm married to a man that says everything we got you. I married a man that says everything we got problem. He regrets marriage because he says he didn't ready for marriage, and I force it after having 3 kids. So I decided to act differently. Okay, so now determine, when you acted differently, what happened? Is the marriage working now? Because this is another topic. Because our sister is very, very open. All these South American, they are like Oyibo, they are very open. So she said that married a man. The man said he's regretting the marriage because determine was the one that kind of pushed it. And we women, we do that, don't we? Once we see a man that we like, the next thing that we are thinking is marriage. The next thing that we are thinking is marriage. So it's not only you. Many of us have made such mistakes as well. But if there is any way that you can amend to make him feel comfortable, to make him see the children as not being accidental, do you get me? As not being accidental, that the gift that God has given you guys, it couldn't have come any other way apart from both of you getting married. You get me? So you just, do that, because if you didn't love him, you wouldn't have wanted both of you to be together and get married. So that's exactly. So one of the days when we will talk about when we will talk about singles, at a time we will talk about compatibility and so on, what people need to look into before they get married. And then all of us that are married and so on, we still have to advise our youths and so on. So I want us to suggest the next topic for next Thursday. Today's topic is very good. It might still be on marriage, but another topic that we have to really focus on. I want you to suggest before we finish, please. I want you to suggest, but I will beg you guys to please help me now. Sometimes go to YouTube so that you will come and talk too. Please now. I want to see you guys talk. Yeah, just like we did it last Sunday. Some of you, I don't know whether you joined. Some of you joined last Sunday when one of our sister came and then spoke, and it was really nice. I really like it. You get me? So, can you suggest in the next 3 minutes we are going to finish? So can you suggest a topic? Is there anything that you want us to, or instead of, because actually somebody chose this topic that we discussed today. Somebody chose this topic that we discussed. Please, ma, how do we handle a man that drinks? Hey, mama mia, oh. A man that drinks. Is he a drunkard or he just drinks a lot? Because some people, there are reasons. How do we a man that drinks? So, sweetheart, Chioma Judith, because when you say somebody drinks, does the person get intoxicated and become violent, or does that person use all the money to drink? Yeah, so that's what I want to know. Yeah, So can you please explain it to me? Patience can't access it now. I don't have data, but I watch and listen to it when I get data. Thank me. That's okay, my darling. Yeah, you watch it later on. Okay. What can we do to have a successful marriage? Okay. Okay. Yes, Louisa. Thank you so very much. At least this one will finish everything. So, Choma, remember I asked you, that man that drinks, that man that drinks, is he always intoxicated that he comes to the house and become violent? Or because some people will drink and they will be happy? Or does it mean that he uses all the money that he got to go and drink? Is that what it is? So I want you to reply me. Okay, so what can we do to have a successful marriage? Thank you so much, Louisa. That's a beautiful answer. There is no one answer to it. And again, it takes two to tango. Only a woman cannot make a successful marriage, but I would say that a woman can 70% make a marriage to work. Okay? But a woman, number one, you need to see your husband as part of you. And then your husband needs to, let me just talk about women. Later on, we'll talk about men. You need to see your husband as part of you. Let me give you an example. There are some people, you can see that our men die so quickly these days because house rent is upon the head of the man. Children's school fees upon the head of the man. The family of the man is upon the head of the man. The family of the woman is upon the head of the man. And this man will be doing everything in order to cater and do all this. But there are some men, some women that don't even give those men kudos. One good thing that I want you as a woman to take home today that will change your marriage. Are you people listening? One thing I want you to take home today that will change your marriages. If you do not know how to praise your husband, learn it from here. If you do not know how to praise your husband, learn it from here. No matter how small, even if your husband go and buy toilet roll, hey, my darling, I didn't even know that you will remember this toilet roll. Thank you so much. I've forgotten. You see? That's why I love you. Even if you're not doing it, start doing it. And your husband might say, oh, you don't do this thing before. How come you're doing it now? Don't worry. He will get used to it. Then if your husband goes and see yam or see semovita or see anything and buys it, hey, thank you so much, my husband. I want us to talk about children's abuse. Oh, thank you so much. I will invite a professional as well. Children's abuse. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, my darling. So you see, you start praising him. Men are born with ego. And when you deflate that ego, their own is finished. So anything that they do, try and praise them. Try and they boost their ego. When they go to work and come back and so on, how is it? Is it okay? And so not that when he does something bad, you will not sit him down and say, oh, this thing you did, I don't like it too, and so on. But when you start doing that, your husband will see value in himself. Your husband will feel like a king. And when he feels like a king, he will give you peace in most cases. Don't be challenging to your husband. Confrontational. You will come and confront him. Hey, what can you do? And we women, we have mouth. I know that sometimes men will tell you something bad. But when you open your own mouth, the thing will be like a sock away. Try and minimize that. Uses all his money to drink. Oh my goodness. Hey. Okay. We will talk about that. So you see, Mom, you said it all. You see, my husband always like it when you pray. Was I there? I want you guys to I am a grandmother. I am a grandmother and I was a teenage mother. I married when I was a teenager. So you can see that I know a lot of things from childhood. You see, men, if you praise them, there is nothing you will not gain from them. They will feel on top of the world. Even if they are very small, they will feel on top of the world. Oh, thank you so much. So you remember to buy these children's books. You see, I've forgotten even. You know me now, I've forgotten. You have spoilt me. You have spoilt me. What can I do? Thank God for giving you to me. Very little thing will go a long way. Please, I want you to begin to practice it from now on. We will talk about men later on. So, about this man that uses all his money to drink, to be honest with you, if I were the wife and if this man is able to give money, when you know that the salary is coming, begin to demand for money. You can, if this is a place where you can even lie, lies is accepted in this one. It's not a sin. You can start making up things that your child need this, or his mother need this, or anything that will make you to take some money from him, so that you will keep that money for rainy days, so that after he has used his own to drink, you can use that one to take care of the children or to take care of the wife. Make sure you do that. If he is somebody that can give out money, begin to talk about problem, begin to talk about all those things and so on, so that you will take part of his money, chunk of his money, you take it and keep it for the family. I will not tell you to leave your husband because he's a drunk or whatever, or who knows what is wrong with him. I don't know. You get me? Because if it is here abroad, you can refer him for for therapy, so that he will be taken care of because of that. But I don't know if we have it there. And even in our place, if you refer the person, they will start calling all the kindred for you, that you say that is mad or something. So, but the only thing that that person can do is, if you're able to get some money off him by trick, you keep it for the family. Okay, thank you so very much, everybody. Yeah, it's just 8. I think we're average of 17, 17 and so on. So, but it's okay. I really, really appreciate it. I believe that somebody will go home today, with a tangible information, and I'm very happy about it. Yeah. So next week we're gonna talk about child abuse, and I'll try and invite 1 or 2 people. There's some way professional I know that I will invite. And if you people know professionals that can come and talk to us as well, you can tell me, then we invite those people. So you see, and again, I want you to make up your mind as well to contribute by going on YouTube. After contribution, you can go back to Facebook if it is too expensive. So we really need to do it as a house something. And then, topic, it is a must that all women will. Is it a must that all women will marry? Oh, that that will be another topic. Okay. Bola said, Mom, you said it all. You see, okay, we have said that one. Okay. That's another topic. Is it a must? Okay. Is it a must that all women will marry? This thing we're talking about, to be honest with you, that day, all of us will contribute about this man. It's a very, very important topic. Yeah, Bola said, but me, I don't know how to pray, so he makes him angry, but I will learn. That's what you will learn, my darling. Do you think that me that is telling you, I have to learn it? I learned it from a senior friend of mine. And let me tell you, this senior friend of mine, the person that, I was very little then, the person that this woman was praising wasn't even her husband. It was somebody's husband. It was somebody's husband. And that man loves her so much that the man can do everything for her. So that was where I learned it. That men love praising. This woman will go and bring water and do pedicure on this man. He will do the pedicure, do everything for the man. So you see, you know that you are in competition, that somebody out there is probably competing for what you what you have. So we really, really need to come up, because that praising is what, God, our God, what does he eat? He eat praises. And then after God, is he not men? Men are up, ahead of us. So that's exactly what they eat. Praise. Praise. Learn it. All of you, learn it. Very important. I'll come back to it too. Very important. Okay. So yes. So that's about it. We have really, really done well today. So next week, you know what? I think Bola, we have to do this, since we're still dealing with marriage, we have to deal with this topic of Louisa. We have to deal with it before we do the child abuse. You get me? Must Is it a must that all women will marry? We have to do that one first before we go into child abuse. So you have spoken well. I'm grateful with your teaching. Thank you very much. It's okay, my darling Louisa. So that's exactly what we will do. Next week, we will do that one about marriage. Is it a must that all women will marry? I want you guys to make research as well. I want you to make research about your race, where you come from, your tribe. I want you to make research so that it will not be only me talking, so that we will bring all the ideas. And then because we are putting information out there, we are teaching people. So I want us to do research and bring all the information out there. You are changing the world. If you don't know about it, know it today. You're changing the world. Thank you very much. Olubukola, how are you? Are you just coming? Yeah. Judith say thank you very much, ma. Thank you too, my darling. Olubukola, hello, my darling. Yes. Yes, I determined. Say thank you. Thanks for advice. Okay, my darling. Listen, I love you guys so much. I want us to succeed, and I want our children to succeed. I want us to leave a legacy to the generation coming, just like our parents left this legacy for us. And then, our parents left that legacy for us. If we do not do something, our children will have nothing to lean on. Your children that are young, we have nothing to lean on. Do you get me? So we really need to do a foundation. We really need to do a lot of things for them to see that it is still worth it doing something nice. Okay? And I will leave you. I love you guys so much. And I'm happy that you came. Yeah? Thank you so very much. What will I do for you guys tomorrow? What will I do? Okay, I'll try and do something for you guys tomorrow and post it. Maybe I'll just do a food, a nice food, recipe, and post it for you guys. Yeah? Okay, sweetheart. I love you guys. Mwah! Yeah? I will see you. Bye.